Hello, welcome back to a new video of DVD-TCG. My name is David and we're trying to learn UP Sanji for the new EB03 format. I changed the deck list a little bit from the last time. So as you can see, I am playing the forecast pudding. I was playing the Culverin the last time because I wanted to have some more options to bottom deck a forecast. What I noticed is that I don't need it that much since I have many options to bottom deck a forecast or less with the new Reiju. That's the only change I made. I changed 2 Culverins for 2 puddings and now I'm trying out the new deck list. So let's jump into the gameplay. And since we're trying to learn the deck on a competitive level, we're going to play ranked games. Purple, yellow, Rosy. He wants to go first, and I actually don't care. I will go first. I will take the first, and that is actually a really good hand, but I have nothing to play on one. But having the Reiju and the Gravity Blade into Rosy is just almost a free win. Let's see. I will probably take the first hit so I can search with the Otama. Alright, nothing. Okay. I can't do anything, so I will attach everything. Go 8. And my turn. 7. Oh, he's probably picked up as well. Now he's playing the forecast law. I will play Otama, trash Sanji, go minus to play the Sanji. Now I have 7 cards in hand, so I can draw 2, and I will go 6 into lead, and then on 7 I can play the Gravity Blade, and I have 2 Reijus, 8 cards in hand. I see. Both of us have 8 cards in hand, so I could actually search for a pudding for the next turn, or think about just playing the Reijus and the Gravity Blade Tigers. Rosy search and searches for a ST10 Trafalgar Law, so here right now he can punish me for having too many cards in hand, and I hope it... okay, disconnected. Why? First win, I guess. The second game is against the Mihawk, and I really think I'm going to keep this hand because having 2 puddings, having a search and a boof isn't too bad to start. Here I can search with the teardrops, and I'm looking for another search to dig into the deck a little bit deeper, get another search for the next turn and end the turn. He's going 5. I will take the first hit and will probably counter the second one if he goes 5 with the Kikunojo, but he plays a Tashigi to protect his board, so I will search, and there we go, we find the red rock to get rid of anything he plays, but first we have to get rid of the Tashigi. I will play the pudding, do the leader effect to draw 2 cards, and go 5 into life to get my Unrested Dawn back, and then he triggers to rest my pudding, which is great, I guess. And now I'm thinking about getting the giant, but I will take the Sanji and pass turn. So on 5 he can play the other Tashigi, but he doesn't. He goes 6 into life. I will counter 8k, and he does keep 3 on open. Now I'm thinking about red rocking the Tashigi, but I don't have anything else. I don't have a Reiju yet, but I red rock the Tashigi to play out the Sanji with the event in hand, and go 5 into life again. Now I have to find the Reiju if he's going to play the Shanks, what he probably does on 7 if he has it. And there you go. He has the Shanks. He will rest the Shanks to rest my Sanji. And if he goes 8 into the Sanji, yeah, I cannot defend this guy, so he dies. And now I have a problem. I could jam 13 into the Shanks, which I probably will do. Yes. And hope that he gives me at least 3 cards, or he's gone. Yeah, okay, that's good. He's gone, so I go down -1 to play the Sanji back out and end the turn. Right now he could play the Mihawk. Yes, so my Sanji cannot attack, and I will gladly take this life if he goes, yeah. And there you go. Lucky us, we find the Reiju, so we can bottom deck the Mihawk with the red rock in trash. There you go. And now I'm thinking I will probably just go 5 into life. Gain 1 rested Dawn and then play the pudding. He counters with a promo Zoro. So now he's really playing around the pudding, so I don't think that I will use it anymore. So I could counter with the pudding if he goes 5. Depends what he's doing. I will counter this and get back the Reiju. Then he plays a Tashigi. And he swings 5 with the Kiku. And I will counter 1k with the pudding, because I don't need it anymore because he's playing really good around it. Okay, I find another slave arrow, so I can just use the Reiju to draw 2 cards and peek a little bit more, grab the giant so my board is secure. And I will go 6 into life and probably 8. But when he takes... oh my god. He gets another rest trigger to rest my pudding. He could have rested the Sanji to avoid another 9k hit. Now I'm doing this so he can, or he has to give me at least 2 cards in hand. Or take a life. And he counters and gives me a 1k. And I pass turn. I just hope that he doesn't use Demon Ashura. The pudding is gone, no problem. And then he will probably play Lon Beppo, yes, and freezes my Reiju. But since I do have another slave arrow, oh, he goes 6 into Reiju, I can counter, and then he goes 7, I will counter again, bounce back the Reiju, and choose 0 friendly targets, I cannot, yeah. And now I will deploy the Reiju back to bottom deck the Lon Beppo, and from here on out it's probably... I will go 8 into the Tashigi because she's a 6k instead of the 7k of the leader, but he uses a restand event, and I will go 8 into life. He takes, and I will pass turn. Now I have 2 Dawn open for my Gum Gum Giants. So my cards are probably safe. He gets another Shanks. And he goes 9 into the Reiju, which I will gladly take. and then he goes 7 into life. I will giant because I need some other cards in hand, and this is just free. And there we go. Find another Reiju so I can get rid of the Shanks. Play out the Reiju. Get rid of the Shanks with the Red Rock and trash. Go -1 to draw 2 cards. Oh my god. We find another Reiju in Red Rock, and yeah, this game is just over. I will go 9. And he has to give me 2 cards, and now I will just go 5 just in case. I have 2 life. He has actually just 2 attackers. He could go 5-5, but then I just win. I leave 4 down open because of the Demon Ashura event, and he goes 11 into, oh no, he goes 8 into 8. She goes 11 into 8, and that's 1 clean giant out of the attack. And now the game is over. Go 9 into life. He can probably counter this. Then go another 9 just to be safe. And there we go. That's our win. GG's. The third game is against the Film Uda Red-Purple, which I didn't expect to see in ranked games, but there we go. We go first, and we will grab a Red Rock since we do have more Reijus than Red Rocks. And as I know the Film Uda, she does love to ramp high and play a lot of big bodies, so the Red Rock is just crazy. So I will play a Sanji, go -1 to draw 2 cards, and go 5 to ramp back up. Our hand looks pretty good. He plays Shura, and I will probably take the first hit here. Yes, so I get another search event. I will get a Concussor, yes. Draw 1 card with the Concussor and go -1. Play another Sanji out of hand this time, and goes 5 with the lead and pass. He plays the new Uda from EB03, which has the effect if your leader is Uda, you can draw 2 cards and play another 6k buddy with no effect. And then he goes 6 into life, and I will counter. Now I will search with the teardrops for another Concussor, I think. Yes, draw 1 card. Yeah, there you go. Now we find our Reiju. I have my giant, my Red Rock in hand, so I can reuse it later with the Reiju. Now he has 7 cards in hand. I can go Pudding to punish him for getting all these cards. He blocks the 5k to give his Shura 1k more and counters 1, so this one just was a blunder, I think. Now he plays the OP01 Shanks and goes rush into one of my Sanjis. I will probably, I will give it to him. Now he goes 6 into the Sanji. I use the counter event, or use the Pudding effect as its counter. Then I will use, I think, Concussor, or no, the Red Rock to save my Sanji. Now the Uda could trash 1 card to give my Sanji -2k and go 5. Then I will just block. But he doesn't. I will use the teardrops, find another Boof Burst, and play the Reiju out to Red Rock the Shanks. And now I will attach it on. Now first I will draw 2 cards with the Boof Burst. Draw 2. There you go, another Reiju. Now I'm really confident to go into board, I will go 6 into the Rockstar, and he gives me a 2k, which gives me the information that he probably has more 2ks. So I will try to find it out, and yeah, there you go. He gives me another Uda 2k. And since I have Slave Arrow, I can bounce the Reiju back, but he KOs it with the Shanks. Now he goes 5 into life. I will take this to protect my board later on. Yeah. Now he goes 6 into 5 into the Sanji. I will counter 2k. And the 7 I wanted to Slave Arrow, but as you can see, I made a huge mistake. I accidentally used the pudding effect before I used the Slave Arrow. So now I just gave 2k to my active pudding. And yeah, so I needed to block this attack. But I draw another Reiju, so this won't be a problem anymore. I will go -1 to Red Rock, the Shanks. Now I can go 9 into the Uda. He has 1 more card in hand, so he can't do anything about it. I will go 6 into the Rockstar, so he has no board anymore. No problem. Now I can go 5 into life. To pressure a little bit more, he takes, and I will go Leader Effect to play another Sanji. Yeah. He plays the Rush Shanks and goes 12 into one of my Sanjis. I cannot defend this, so I will just give it to him. Then he probably attacks 5 into the pudding. Yeah, he has that one too. No worries, I have another Reiju. This card is just insanity. And now it's probably my win. I will just go 8 into life. He has to give me all his cards to counter out of this attack. And he takes, and from now it's just math. It doesn't matter how I put on the Dawn, I will always win this game. Now he has to give me at least 3 cards, which are his cards in hand, and yeah, GG's. It was a really nice game. Now into the mirror match. I am really bad at mirror matches, and I've never played Sanji in the mirror. He takes second, and I can't do anything in the first turn. He plays 1 pudding searcher. He goes, finds a boof burst and plays teardrop. I will play Sanji, go boof, draw 2 and attack 5 to get my rested Dawn back. And he takes. I will end the turn, and he already found a teardrop, which is good for him and really bad for me, since he has already almost enough cards in trash to buff his Sanji, and I'm still at 2 cards in trash. I will take the first hit. Now I can play my pudding. Go -1 to draw 2 cards with a boof burst. And now I'm thinking I have only 2 cards in trash, and I need to buff my Sanji, so I'm going 7 into life. And pass. Okay, now I have a huge problem. I have 2 cards in hand, and my Concussor doesn't work. Always think about the Concussor and the pudding effect, because you always need 4 events in trash. And he goes really aggressive. I will counter 2k. And here I do a mistake. I use the pudding effect to treasure Sanji, but I don't have 4 events in trash. So I don't get the 2k and just lose a card in hand. Now I'm playing out the Sanji. I have 4 cards in trash. 3 of them are events. I can play another one to go aggressive like him. I will use the Concussor to draw a card, use another one to draw another card. Now I have 2 2Ks in hand and 1 red rock, which I can use for the pudding effect, since I have enough counters in hand, and the Slave Arrow, just in case if anything happens, if I really need to counter out more than I think I should. He counters both 6k attacks into face, and now he uses Leader Effect to draw 2 cards with the Boof Burst. Now he searches another one with the teardrops, which buffs his Sanjis to 7k, and he uses Brushette Blow to reduce my Sanji into minus 3k. Now I have a problem. I need to defend this with the 2k. Now I get another 2k. All right. Use the pudding effect. Now I get another 7. I will take this one, and then with another 8. Oh no, he goes 7. I can block in 2k. Now I need to play Reiju to draw more cards. So I use the Boof Burst to draw 2. That's not bad. I will go 5 into life because he has no blocker anymore. I don't find my own teardrops, so it's really hard to buff the Sanjis. Now I go 6 into life, 6 into life. He has... oh, he giants the 6k swing here. I will play just another Sanji and pass. But he is in a really dominant position right now. He goes 6 into life. I will counter with the Otama 2k. Now he bottom decks my pudding and goes 8 into life. I will giant this, trash the slave arrow, get another 2k. But from here on I think the game is over already, because he has so much more cards in hand. He has such a big board. I didn't find my teardrops, and I needed to counter this. If not, I just lost the game in this moment. So he goes 8 into my Sanji. Yeah, very, very smart. And my only play is to bottom deck one of the Sanjis, giving him -1. Done. Now I will just poke 5, poke another 5, he blocks, and then go 7 into 8. Yeah, that's my concede here. I lost this game really, really brutally. And yeah, he bottom decks 2 of my cards. Now he has... oh, and he plays another Sanji. Yeah, I lose this game. GG's, he played really well, and I didn't. And now I'm going into the next game. The next game is the same guy, actually. And I choose to go second. And I have a really good hand to start with. I find my teardrop and another searcher. So yeah, he has another teardrop too. He finds a Boof Burst. I will use the teardrop to find another teardrop, to play another teardrop, to find my Boof and end my turn. Now I have way more events in trash to buff my Sanji, which feels really good. And he has another teardrop as well and goes 5. I will take the first one. Now I find the pudding, but I will probably play, yes, the Sanji, go -1 to draw 2 cards and use my leader effect to gain 1 Dawn, 1 attack, and search another card. Yes, another teardrop. This is really good to buff my Sanjis. In the mirror match, it's really important to have enough Sanjis out and have him buffed up like crazy, because he cannot get rid of the Sanjis via effects, only by attacks. And he plays a Reiju to reuse his Boof Burst and use the leader effect to use Stealth Black to get a block of Sanji. I search with the teardrops another Sanji to play it out. Now I'm thinking playing out the pudding or having 2 Dawn up for counter events, but first I will just draw 2 cards. And yeah, no, it doesn't matter. I will go 5 into life, and I don't get a Dawn back because last turn he went -2 Dawn with the Reiju and leader effect. Now I go 7 into life. He takes both and triggers a Stealth Black to draw 2 and trash 1 card. Here I can't do anything anymore, so I pass my turn. He plays another Sanji, goes -1 to bottom deck my pudding and goes 5 into life. I will counter with the pudding. He goes another 5 with the Reiju, and I will take this. Won't trigger because I cannot bottom deck anything. And he goes 6, and I have to take this one as well. And in life we find the blue pudding, and he has 7 cards in hand, so this one does hurt a lot. Now I have to use the stealth black to get another Sanji on board. And now I have to be aggressive. I think I'm going into the board. Yes, I go 6 into the Reiju. He counters with the 2k. Now I go 7 into the Reiju. He lets her go. And now I should have gone 7 into the Sanji, but I don't know why I did go into life to give him more cards. But yeah, he plays a forecast Reiju. Goes -2 to Boof. Now he can -1 of my characters. This was a mistake. Now he goes 6 into life. And I should have countered it with the Conqueror since I need the 2k now to protect the Sanji, which I cannot do. And now he's in a winning position again. But yeah, we're still learning this deck and trying to figure out how to play it the best way. I'm drawing one more card with the Conqueror and go 5 into life. And now I'm going 7 into one of the Sanjis. He will counter 2k, I think, yes. And now he's in a position to finish the game since I only... Well, I have a lot of counter. But he used Brushette Blow to get rid of this Sanji, and now there's no way I can win this game. I use the Giant to counter this attack, and he could have left it there with 2 blockers and 1 life. There's no chance I win in the next turn, and he can just play time, but he goes more aggressive by playing another Sanji, and I don't know what I can do now. So I will probably go 5 into life, hope that he's completely bricked up. And now I'm thinking, can I play the Reiju to get back another blocker Sanji, draw 2 cards with the Boof Burst, but I think there's no way I can get out of 6 attacks next turn. So here I think, okay, I will probably just jam 12 and hope that he is bricked up, because I can play 2 blocker Sanjis, but even 2 blocker Sanjis doesn't help me to win this game, so I just jam 12 and hope for the best. Game 1 rested on, and then he is a Giant and the teardrops, and that's GG's. He goes 8, I take, and then he goes 18, and I lose. GG's, buddy. He even had more counter. I think with the mirrors I learned something, because the Reiju isn't just a reprint of these 2. The Reiju is a reprint of every single event you have. So it could be the Boof, the Culverin, the Red Rock, the Giant, not the Giant, the Stealth Black, the Brushette Blow, and the mirrors. Insane. It helps a lot. Really good idea. Alright guys, see you next time.